Hello everyone. I'm Laura Jean, the owner and creator of Laura Jean's Wreath Room. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, especially if you're new, I'd appreciate it. And again, welcome. I'm making a tree topper bow, and I'm using the Pro Bow the hand. I am using the large model. There are different models. There's huge ones. And I used to use this all the time when I first started making bows. But now, I just use the Easy Bow Maker or the Bodabra. I've been using that lately. But this is the large model, and I have all my pegs on row F. So it's the whole back row. And I filled all of it in. And then I have a peg on the BF. Now, normally I would use the longer pegs, but I don't know where they are. And I'm also using 3 2.5-inch ribbons. Make sure your ribbon's all wired. I have my ribbon on a little holder here. So when I pull it, it's pulling them all at the same time because I have them all on top of each other. So I just stacked them on top. Again, I have the good side facing me. The bad side is facing towards the Pro Bow. And I'm just going to pinch this down right here, about a 1/2 inch. Going to leave right at the top. I'm going to take a 32-inch long 22 gauge wire. Make sure that you're using a stronger wire. This is, again, 22 gauge. Because if you're not using a stronger wire, when you go to tighten this, your wire is just going to snap. And then you're going to be really bummed out. All right, so I just wrap that nice and tight. Pull it. Make sure you're super tight. And we're going to now take it and we're going to come up around the 2 middle pegs. So I'm going to come up and around. And I'm going to fold that little 1/2 inch piece into the inside of this peg. And I'm now going to wrap this top wire around. This is take 3, guys, because I didn't remember how to do it. Like, wait, I would remember like I was doing things wrong, but that's what happens when I don't usually make tree topper bows. And I'm taking the bottom wire and wrapping it around the nail, right down here on the bottom middle of this board. And then you're going to just tuck the rest underneath to get it out of your way. So otherwise it's just going to be in your way. Let's point that one so it's going this way and you don't poke yourself. All right, so now we're going to take this, fold it in, and we're going to come right to the middle. You're going to take the bottom part of your wire down here and just point it towards, I wish this was longer pegs. I'm holding my finger down here at the bottom and I'm holding it right against this middle peg, and I'm just going to start pinching this right there. So just scrunch it up and pinch it together. And then push it against this board. Oh, I lost that. Hold on. That's got to come in. I'm pulling too tight. Okay, again, I'm going to pinch it right up against there. And then twist. You're always twisting when you come back to the center of this peg. Then I'm going to pull it up to the next peg. Come all the way back in to the middle. Again, you're pushing your wire up against that peg and pinching it together and then twisting. And try to keep your stack all on top of each other, which I'm losing at the moment. You want to go around to the next peg, and we're just going to repeat the same thing. Just make sure that your ribbons are all staying nice and stacked. Pull it nice and tight. Again, get your ribbon right up on the bottom and pinch it right against that peg. Hold it there and twist. Line it up, and then you're going back around the next peg. This gets very thick with 3, so make sure it's nice and tight. just pulling them all at once to make sure it's tight. All right. So I'm going to line them up against the peg again. Pinch it up. I hate when my board moves when I'm trying to, but I'm putting so much pressure on this right now. Twist. Again, push it against those pegs. This ribbon is from Hobby Lobby and Costco's and Joann's. So it's actually from 3 different spots. Pull on that one, it looks a little loose. Again, push it right against there and pinch it. Twist. This is so thick. I'm just going to keep repeating it till we're all the way on all the pegs. Twist. Should have taped this board down so it stops sliding. I'm holding it out and twisting it because I'm trying to hold the board with my hand also, so it's not sliding while I'm pulling. Look how thick that center is. It's crazy. This is crazy. Hope I can fluff this. It's the first time I made one this big, so. If it works, it'll be great. Twist. I'm not over far enough. Hold on. Come on, you guys, stay in order. This side's harder to hold as it's getting fuller. If you guys have someone that's home when you're doing this, it would be great if they held the board for you. Be like, honey, can you hold this so it stops moving on me? Okay. Now, depending on if you're selling these or if you're just making them for your tree, you really want to add the tails after you make the bow, because there's no sense in doing it. You could just put the tails underneath it and attach it to the tree. The tails do not need to be attached to this bow. I'm all twisted here. What happened? Oh, shoot. Oh my God, I'm all twisted. That's not long enough. I got too long. Hold on. I don't know. I'm all twisted. I can't get it there. pull it. Twist. I feel that one's falling. Don't fall, get up there. I want that stack to stay stacked. I don't want it to fall. That one was falling under one. But I fixed it. I just cannot fix these ribbons. I'm literally fighting them. All right, last one, thank God. Jesus. Let's pull it. Trying to get this one tight. Pinch it. Actually, do we just cut it here? Yeah, and then I'm just gonna cut this. And I'm trying to hold that there, so I'm gonna cut these. It doesn't, I know. Don't cut them the way I just did, okay? That's okay though. Like I said, I'm adding different tails. All right, so I'm gonna untwist my wire underneath. And we're gonna untwist the wire on top. And now, we're gonna hold this together. Well, you know what I didn't do? I was gonna add a second wire under there and I forgot. Can I do that? No. I'm gonna take my second wire. I think I was supposed to do that before. I think so. I'm gonna tuck it under here. We're adding it anyway. I'm just adding a second wire because you can snap these. All right, so I'm gonna pull this one first, the one that I was using. I'm gonna pull it nice and tight and twist. Give it a couple twists. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with this wire. I'm gonna pull it tight and twist. And then I'm just gonna twist these two together to make one. All right, now I'm just gonna pull this off. It's easier if you just pull the peg out and then let these out. Look at that thing. It's gonna be huge. All right, let's move this out of the way. I do not know. I had all long pegs. I don't know where I put them. I opened this up. I was like, what? These are all short. I lose everything. I put things in places and I forget where I put them. All the time. All right. Let me grab my fluff box because this thing's going to be enormous to fluff. And my fluff box, oops, was broke. It's supposed to have a smaller little hook there, but that's what I had because mine broke. My bows just ripped it right out. All right, so I'm going to take this wire. This is the fluff box I got online on Amazon from reginasellers.com. She makes the Pro Bow and the fluff boxes. I'm just going to put this down around my little eye hook there and then wrap it around the nail. And my hook is way too big. I do not want to flip this thing in my hand. All right. Let's start on the bottom. So I'm going to pull one towards the right and one to the left. And really yank these out of there and fluff them up. We'll leave the silver in the middle. And now we're going to pull the blue to the opposite side. and the white. Just doing it in reverse. This is how I'm doing it anyways. Okay. Now let's do silver. Let's do silver and blue. You really want to make sure you're pulling this all the way out, because otherwise it's pinched. You want that to be nice and looped. Okay, so don't be afraid to really, so that's like tucked in. Just really yank it over here so it stays where you want it. Okay, as I just mashed my bow. Playing around and fluffing it up. All right, let's do this is huge. Pretty though. It's big. It's gonna be a huge bow. Huge. Okay. Pull this down a little. Not in your way, am I? Okay. Fluffing is time consuming, so take your time fluffing this one. The more you fluff it and get it the way you want it, the prettier it's going to be. And because these bows have so much loops and ribbon in it, you might want to use not a really thick, but not thin. The loops will hold up better if you don't have, I feel like I messed up my order here. All right, I'm going to stop fluffing. Let's do... We're going to turn it around and start the other side because I'm getting a little confused. So I really want to pull these over so those loops look pretty. This one we pull to that side, so just pull it up. All right, let's turn it and start this way. So it's the same thing again. Trying to figure it. Just trying to get everything where I want it, and then I'll fix these loops. This is so much ribbon. It's crazy. I'm getting a little confused. So I just got to pay attention to how I'm pulling them. So I'm really trying to tuck those under and get them in the right spot. So they want to stay over there. So don't be afraid to push stuff down to swing that under there. So I'm pushing it under. Let's do silver in the middle, white over here. So again, really get this over here. Making it's not the challenge, fluffing it is. There's just so much ribbon. All right, let's start really fluffing this. It's pretty once you get it all fluffed right. So, you want your loops to look... Sorry, guys, I was really in the zone on that one. You really want your loops to look, like they're fluffed, not flat and So it just takes time to really fluff it the way you want it. Get the loops the way you want it. Again, if they're keep twisting on you, you want to get in right where they're twisting and keep playing and pulling on it. So a bow this size does take a minute to fluff, especially when it's a thinner ribbon like this. This is thin ribbon. If I had a thicker ribbon, these would have stayed nice. But you don't want too thick because you see how much ribbon we used. That would be crazy. I'm just fixing them and adjusting the loops. Trying to give everyone their own space. And I'm going to sit here and play with it until it's perfect. Or at least until I like it. Isn't that pretty? It's huge. This is a big bow. This would look so pretty on a tree. So pretty. And if I was to put this on my tree, I would do 2 of these. So I would have one in the front. Because I don't put them on the very top. They don't hang right. I always put one on the front side, and then one on the back up the top. And then that way, it's just like one full circle bow. Because the back of this is not done. But when you do 2 and put them back to back on the tree at the very top, so pretty. So that's my tree topper. Again, you just got to keep playing and making sure nothing's wrinkled and crinkled and everything's fluffed and everything's in its spot. Then if you wanted, you could put sprays or picks also around the top of your bow. But that's my tree topper. Just fix this one part, and I'm going to hold it up real quick. So just take your time really fluffing this, and if you're going to make this one with all this ribbon, you know, take your time really fluffing this out. Don't get distracted and think it's a mess. It's just because you didn't fluff it. You just got to fluff it. All right. I could just keep fluffing it, so I'm going to stop. Oh, hold on. Up, hold on. I can't help myself. I love to fluff bows. It's so weird. I'm weird. Hi, I'm Laura Jean, and I am addicted to fluffing bows. All right. Where's the... Where's it attached? And twist it. And then, like I said, depending on how long your tree is, you would just add tails, like, you know, all the way down your 6-foot tree. Right underneath. You could just put your tails in here and twist it around that wire. But I don't add it while I'm doing the bows. And then you would have your long tails going down and twist it in your tree. But isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. That is a gigantic bow. Is that a tail? All right, I'm gonna do another bow that matches it, but it's not gonna be a tree topper. It's just gonna be a big bow. And I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. So look for that one too. It's gonna match this tree topper. So you could get the tree topper bow and a matching bow for your door or somewhere else. All right. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I hope you all have a blessed night. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.